Okay, perfect. Let's get started. So welcome to the webinar. So today, it's actually not a webinar, it's a workshop. I'm going to teach you guys step by step how to install ChatGPT, and it's your own ChatGPT into WhatsApp Cloud. So basically, instead of using ChatGPT uh, like on this playground, you know, you are using it on WhatsApp. So this is what we are trying to do today, and I'm going to teach you step by step. So my name is Philip. I've been working in Wolfstyle for a while. I have many years of experience in connecting and building AI chatbots for enterprise clients. Uh, for example, McDonald's, IKEA, uh, HSBC, even some projects for Meta. So uh, hopefully today you can uh, get something from my presentations. And so let's get started. Okay, so just a brief introduction to Wallstyle. Wallstyle, founded in 2019, we have been the official Meta partner and WhatsApp business solution provider. So everything we do here is official, and we have been working and connecting different platform solutions to for clients on WhatsApp, so that they can maximize profit and earn more money, and also at the same time reduce costs. So we have different solution development. We have a SaaS platform for clients to manage the conversation and build chatbots and to connect to GPT, just like the one that we are going to show it today. Okay, so when it comes to GPT, so there are like a lot of different advantages that you can think about, and why you are using GPT, why you are using AI. Well, GPT because of Twitter, Elon Musk, and a lot of different people, word of mouth, GPT has been a really awesome and popular tools. At least uh, I'm from Hong Kong. Hong Kong, we cannot use it yet officially, but at least for the rest of the world, it's really famous because it's really fluid and natural. So when you are talking to GPT, it's like really talking to a person. So if I say, "Hello, Winnie the Pooh," uh, so it can pretend to be a Winnie the Pooh and reply to me. Okay, so it's really natural. It's always available, and you know you can scale up with a lot of messages. So what does it mean? In the past, you need to train human agents to reply one by one, but now you only need to train one GPT, and it can simultaneously reply to multiple customers. So it's really scalable. You can personalize the AI. You can train it in a way that it replies in a certain tone, certain user preference. And if it reduce the burden on customer service staff, it can allow them to focus on more complex tasks, and while the GPT handling all these basic inquiries. So it goes back to the point where our company Wallstyle is basically trying to help different businesses to use WhatsApp and different AI technologies to reduce costs and to increase revenue. So let's talk about like just a quick summary of all these numbers. So why we're using cloud WhatsApp. Basically, in the entire world, billions of people are using WhatsApp. That's irrefutable, and it's replacing SMS. It's replacing emails because everyone is chatting on WhatsApp with their family and friends. And according to a study, 75% of adults prefer to message business the same way they message their friends and family. So there is an obvious trend, and the results show explain the story itself. Where 84% of the businesses increase their productivity, 88% increase their sales, uh, 77% they increase their customer ratings. So just by using WhatsApp, so the ROI, the return of investment of using WhatsApp, is really high. And why you need to use cloud API instead of normal WhatsApp? Because normal WhatsApp doesn't have the ability to connect to ChatGPT or to any do any broadcast or do any chatbots. So It's the cloud API. It's not the personal app that we are talking about here. So that being said, why do you want to use AI on virtual assistant on WhatsApp? Again, it's about reducing costs. You can handle tasks, simple tasks handled by AI instead of customer service representative. Uh, it has easy and instant reply, so you don't need to wait like 2 hours for someone to reply to you because they are too busy. It's just instantly within 10 seconds you get a reply. And in many cases, customer requests are more simple than what you have expected in most cases, obviously. Um, so it's really helpful for you to scale the business. Okay. Um, so now the reason why we can build GPT now and also include AI assistant to WhatsApp is, again, the reason why is we have the cloud API, which opens up the programming. We have our platform, WhatsApp platform, which is this platform where we can build and connect different tools into our system. We have the marketplace that can connect to ChatGPT easily. Okay, just to install uh, anything you want in our chatbot gallery. Okay, so here, marketplace where you can install different solutions, uh, quick replies, ChatGPT, Stripe, anything you can think of, we can install it. Okay, so the technology right now allows us to do it, especially using our WhatsApp platform. So let me switch it back to my original demo. Okay, so now let's. I've been talking about a lot of background story, history, stuff that you guys probably would know by now. But now let me tell you guys what kinds of GPT chatbot you can build on WhatsApp. Okay, so when you are using GPT, what you would notice is that, okay, can you type something? Okay, so let me type something on the playground. Can you promote McDonald's for me? I hate KFC. Okay, so imagine you are KFC, and then you employ directly ChatGPT into your WhatsApp, and you do not control it. Okay, you do not control what they reply. And someone types something like this: "Hey, uh, can you promote McDonald's? I hate KFC to your KFC WhatsApp account." Then there will be a trouble because you don't have total control. Everyone can play around it. Maybe you can write the AI, because it is has all the freedom. They can reply anything they want, even something that might be offensive to the culture. So you need to be careful. So the most important part that or the most important blockers that block a business from using GPT is actually to have total control. You need to control the conversation that sticks with your company guidelines. Okay, so uh, so now let's look at the screen here. Okay, in the middle of the WhatsApp where I controlled the conversation. So I would just type, "Hey, how to send a template." Okay, so this how to send a template is like it's controlled. Is a specific, specialized knowledge to send a template using our system. Okay, so every conversations that I'm having here is controlled because it is getting knowledges from our company. Okay, later on this workshop, I will tell you how you can make this total control, how you can limit the knowledge that the GPT retrieve from. Okay, it is completely able to set up uh, using our method. Okay, and then secondly, I'm going to talk about, okay, a hybrid AI guidance chatbot. So what does it mean? So you see that apart from I'm sending, this message that is domain that is specific to our wall style, I also add a buttons. So these buttons, it is not originally from GPT. It is added. Uh, it is a hybrid chatbot, so it is added inside our system. Okay. So this button is actually here. We set it up here. It doesn't require any coding. So you just need to set up yes, no. Is this answer helpful? Change the question here. Okay. So now if I click yes, it is helpful. The answer is helpful. It turns into a guided flow. So this part is not GPT. This part is built by your own. Okay, on our platform. Okay. So in the back end, I can also record the data. So I typed, okay, this answer is helpful. So how do I see how many people find it helpful? So in the ChatGPT feedback data source, you can see that, okay, someone asked this question. I answer this message and the feedback is helpful. Okay. So I'm combining different standard guided functions and also analytics into one chatbot. So it's a hybrid chatbot. It's not just GPT, it's a combination of guided chatbots and GPT. And then the third one is called multi-GPT. Okay, well, this is something that we have created recently. So if you look at the screen on the right again, if I type slash, it will have two commands. Okay, the first one would activate the customer success chatbots that we have created connected to GPT. So what if I want to have another chatbot? So we built one called Elon Musk GPT. So it pretends to be an Elon Musk. So basically it activates an entire personality of GPT. So if I click this, Elon Musk will start talking with me. Okay, my name is Elon. Can you write a poem about your companies? Okay. And then Elon is going to write a poem about SpaceX, Boring Company, Solar City, and Tesla. Okay. So, you know, again, I'm limiting the knowledge because here you see that I'm limiting everything that I wrote here about Elon Musk. On top of here, I'm limiting everything I talk about here about my company. Okay. So, in general, there are three types of chatbots that you can make. Okay, so now I am going to talk about what kind of usage that you can use. Okay, so by usage, just now I talked about customer success, customer services, which is the focus of this webinar. How I can build this for you later on. But we also have like e-commerce and self qualification or gamification. So how does it look like? Okay, how does it look like when I combine sales with GPT? So let me play a short video here. So this is basically Winnie the Pooh. Our partner built the Winnie the Pooh GPT eShop. So basically, what it does is to sell honey with a persona of Winnie the Pooh. So, uh, so here it said, "Hey, Kai Pooh, I'm a bit unhappy today. What should I get?" So, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you could get yourself a Pooh plushie, okay, something like that. And then it will start recommending, recommending different products. And it will also send the product message type, so you can add to cart and send to business. So based on what you want, it recommends product and let you quickly add to cart. Okay. So at the end of the flow, it will continue to talk with Pool, but at the end of on the chat, it will ask, okay, what is your shipping address? Now you added your shopping cart. Do you have any coupons? Yes, no. What is your coupon code? Yes. Your shipping is now free. Can you confirm your order? Okay. So these are guided flows. Okay. And choose the payment method, and then click the buttons to pay. And that's how you can do e-commerce with GPT. First, you use the GPT to understand what the clients want, and then use the GPT to suggest a product to them. And if they want to make changes, the GPT can make changes to the product description or on the amount of the product. And then finally, we combine with a standard guided flow to do the checkout fast. Yeah. So these are like different assistant type that I'm showing to you. Today, we are going to teach you in general how to build the customer success or services chatbot with GPT. Okay. So before we even jump into all of this workshop, how to do the step by step, it's very important that you understand the concept behind the GPT. Uh, uh, Everything is about business, so you need to first define, okay, what is your business objective? In general, it's always about increasing revenue, reducing costs. uh, Improve, for example, you improve the customer satisfaction by providing a fast, efficient, and personalized services. It will just help you retain customers. uh, Reducing costs, you can automate responses and reduce the workload of the customer service team, so it reduces costs. You can increase sales and retention. You can use the chatbot to promote products. You can send broadcasts, and then it activates the GPT chatbots, and also to build customer loyalty. Okay, you can also, as I shown you just now in the demo, you can collect different data points that you want to collect, and you will have a lot of data management. You can optimize a lot of data management here, so to improve your services. Okay, and obviously to improve your efficiency. Okay. So so what kind of objective that you should reflect on in terms of chatbot objective? So your chatbot goals should support your business goals. Okay, for example, the chatbot or the GPT should always handle the first and second level answers. So in terms of customer services, it means that the basic reply of FAQ or some in-depth explanation. Okay, there's also a third level which requires specific context, or like a complaint, or like a cancellation request. So these are like very advanced level, but at the very minimum, they should handle basic FAQ, for example, asking an address, something like that. You always need to indicate the next step to the customer. So the demo I just showed you previously, the first part is free flow. So you can chat with Winnie the Pooh any way you want. But at the end of the day, you want them to convert. You want them to pay. So at the end of the flow, there are buttons here. Okay, there are buttons here. On the right hand side, there are buttons here. Yes, no. So it's a clear call to actions that you need to build for a customer. You need to also provide a route to escalate to human agents. Later on, I will talk more about that why. Okay, and you need to gain a lot of data, as I mentioned. So all your chatbots set up, you need to think in the mind of collecting data to improve. Okay. Okay. So when you are creating the chatbots, you obviously based on the roles, you can change the tone, the image, and how to reply to clients in a funny way or in a more serious way. For example, you're chasing for payment, then it's more serious. So you need to have this kind of type that you need to build. So for example, in my demo, I showed that there's like the Elon Musk virtual assistant. So everything is about. When I train the GPT, I train it to speak like Elon Musk. Okay. So yeah, so this is the personalization part. Okay. Okay, so something that you need to be aware of. Obviously, it's so awesome that GPT can do everything as I've shown you in the demo, uh, but actually, it's not 100% everything that they can do. You need to. There are some limitations. For example, the complexity of the answers. Okay, so for level, just now I talked about level 1 and 2, which is basic FAQ. But there's like level 3 customer service reply, which is okay. They are handling specific issue that requires specific context, uh, or it's not even CS. You can use it for sales. Okay, when it is for closing deals, it involves a lot of empathy and persuasions. So GPT might not be 100% strong on this department. It requires human sales agents to handle it. There are some decision making based on human judgment that they cannot exercise to close important deals. So these are things that you need to be aware of the limitations. Also, there are like GPT can backtrack to a certain point of conversation. It is defined by you. Like they can store the history of your past conversation up to maybe 10 message bubbles, but definitely not like 2 years. So in case you are like closing important deals that has been negotiating for months, then they might have a limited understanding of the context. Okay. Um, there is also the limitation on the pricing and the token. So GPT does cost some money, and it is calculated by the number of tokens. Okay, so there's a maximum certain amount of tokens they can handle in a single message. Okay, so if you exceed it, then they might not be able to reply. There are also a limitation of the documents, or what kind of knowledge you want to train the GPT to limit them to answer. There's a limitation of how many documents you can use to train it. I think it's around 10 right now. Okay. Sometimes the GPT can generate answer that seems confusing but factually incorrect. So they have some hallucinations about that. So they always need, it's not just it train itself. Obviously, it can train itself, but it still requires human supervision to identify and correct these hallucinations. So that's why, again, we have this uh, data here that you can export it out and analyze, okay, what kind of questions they're asking and whether it is helpful or not. Okay. Okay, so so one of the ways to mitigate these limits is obviously to escalate the chats to human agents. Uh, you know, uh, it's always important that you have a combinations of human agents and GPT. Okay, why is that? So you know, too complex to answers, situation that requires emotional understanding and empathy. As I mentioned, all the limitations by GPT wizards, like the token stuff, it's limited. The documentation is limited. So that's the point. That's the reason why you want to escalate to human. And sometimes you need to also define when you want to escalate to human agents. Okay, so is when they fail to understand and reply something wrong, or for example, let me switch back to this demo. So when I click start, using this command to switch between chatbots. I said how to set apply for templates, something like that. Okay, and then also it takes around 10 to 15 seconds sometimes to load the answer because they're analyzing it like a real human. Okay, so if I said no, the question is not helpful. Okay. In here, I immediately tell them, hey, we are sorry to hear about this. Do you want to request for a human to take over? So you need to avoid the customer to be like frustrated, you need to give them a way out. Okay. So when is when they couldn't reply. So I click this live chat and it turn off the GPT and it is 100% focused on human agents. Okay. And you can reply it in our live chat platform. Okay. Okay, so yeah, as I've shown you, you can use the buttons and you can use our feedback to escalate to human agent. Okay, so now there are some interesting areas that actually I covered already. Called the WhatsApp objects. You can have an entry point from WhatsApp that opens the ChatGPT. You can have an icebreaker in your WhatsApp that clicks and open the GPT, or you can use the command that I showed to you, this slash command, to activate a chatbot. And you see that there are like many different interesting types of buttons here. The most interesting part I want to show you is the WhatsApp flow. So WhatsApp flow is basically you can open an in-app form within your WhatsApp. So people can just fill in everything. So imagine your GPT is doing a lead qualification. So instead of asking message bubbles by message bubbles, hey, what's your name? Okay, wait, next message bubble, what is your email? And then next, you wait. It's like asking 4 questions involves like already 8 message bubbles. But with the WhatsApp flow, you can open a form within WhatsApp. Users doesn't exceed WhatsApp, fill in the form, submit, and we get all the data. And there are also some advanced integration that you can do because of Wallstyle, our platform. We can integrate with many different solution providers, database, CRM, access to e-commerce, as I've shown you just now with the Winnie the Pooh Honey Shop, and to include the payment method. Okay. So now enough with the concept. Let's move on to see the live demo and teach you guys how to navigate and install the OpenAI platform. Okay, so before we even connect to anything, connect WhatsApp to OpenAI, first you need to set up and train your assistant. Okay, so there are many things that you need to be aware of when training your assistant. Okay. So let me go through the platform. So when you search for ChatGPT on Google, you see this playground, right? And you can log in. And when you log in, it will show the playground in this way. So it's you can chat immediately. Okay, this GPT is not the one we are using today. Okay, we are using OpenAI platform. Okay, it's the same company. The technology is GPT, but it's just a different product. Okay, so don't confuse the normal GPT playground, which you pay I think $20 US dollars a month, with the one we are using. Okay, the one we are using is OpenAI platform. So you should search OpenAI API. Okay, so this is where you want to log in. Okay, in here, you need to be aware of the usage. Okay, in the normal GPT, in the normal ChatGPT, it's $20 fixed cost per month. But in here, when you attach your credit card, you need to increase by credit. So when you click increase limit, it will charge your credit card. And based on the amount of token you spent on GPT, it will deduct your credit. Okay, so there's a lot of costs that you need to be aware of in terms of the GPT. Okay, so let me quickly find some of the costs. Okay, so for example, for GPT-4, the cost is around 0.03 per 1,000 tokens. The tokens is like defined by how complex your response are, how long your response are, how many data I need to analyze before I answer you. So the tokens, if it is longer, if it's more complex, then you consume more tokens. So it's 0.03 US dollars per 1,000 tokens. GPT 3.0 is cheaper. It costs 0.002 USD per 1,000 tokens. So you need to be aware of the cost. So this is the first thing. Secondly, you have this playground here. So this playground here can help you to train the GPT. Okay, train the GPT. So you can train different assistant. Okay, so let me go to the assistant page. So in here you have like a list of assistants. So let me, for example, I want to create a sales assistant. And then in the instruction, I will type, okay, imagine you are a sales agent. And then you continue with your prompt. And then here I need to choose the model. So GPT 3.0 is cheaper, as I mentioned. And you also have GPT-4. Okay, GPT-4 is only available if you are a paid user. So right now in here, as an example, I can only show you 3.5. Okay, so let me show you my paid account. So in here, this is my paid account. You see that there's GPT-4 here that I can choose. Okay. So now this is the sales assistant. Okay, imagine you have trained everything and then now you have it. At the same time, you can create a second assistant. So for example, this is a customer service assistant. Okay, now the instruction is completely different. Okay, and now my instruction is, okay, you are a customer service agent for Worcester. Please strictly refer to the attached PDF only. So I'm going to attach a PDF. Do not give additional comments on the answer. Do not directly quote the source and convert your answer in a more natural conversational way. Do not write any weird symbols. And then this is the most important part. Okay, where in the custom instructions, I explain to them, hey, let's work this out in a step-by-step way to be sure that we have the correct answer. Okay, this here already help you solve 70% of the accuracy problem just by adding this sentence. So in the prompt, just a quick tips here, always add this. Let's work this out in a step-by-step way to be sure that we have the right answers. Okay. So, so there's like a lot of different different instructions that you can write on it. Okay. So in here, you always want to be specific about your prompts, and to tell them what is the context. Okay, and also the most important part. Okay, so there's a second important part that I missed out. You need to limit your answers within 100 words. Okay, why do you want to limit it? within 100 words. Actually, 60 words. First of all, on WhatsApp, if it is like a paragraph of 200, 300 words, no one is going to read it because of the UI. People reply in WhatsApp because it's short and fast and precise. So this is the first reason. Second reason, why do you want to limit your answer within 60 words? It's your cost. Just now I just mentioned, okay, every assistant or every GPT, they count the tokens. So if the size is smaller, it's cheaper for you. So I choose the model, and then here it's very important. So you have the code interpreter, and then you have something called retrieval, which I cannot enable on 3.5, but I can enable it in 4.0. So let me go here. So in here, I can enable it. What does it mean? Retrieval means that it will retrieve the file and the information of the file directly from the file that I uploaded here in the FAQ English PDF. Okay, so now I move on to the next part where I talk about the file. Okay, this is the most important part because even if you add the instruction and prompt here, GPT is going to retrieve data from the internet or from in general the data set that they have by default, which you don't want. You want them to reply something that is about your company. So in your knowledge base in your PDF, it should include all the FAQ that you want them to answer, and it's categorized by topic, by category, subcategory. You can have different URLs, content. Everything is categorized. Okay, you can do it in an Excel sheet, or you can do it with a Word document. In this example, we are using the normal documents, and basically, you need to just download as the PDF. Okay. So, question, answer, topic, subcategory, everything's here. Download as PDF. Even if you are using CSV or using Excel, you should always convert it to PDF and then upload it. For some reason, right now, I think it's a limitation by ChatGPT. That's the file type is only supporting PDF. Okay, so it's just a simple conversion. Choose the file, upload it, and save. So now you have created the assistant. Okay. So to test the assistant, just click test in playground, or you can go to the playground and click assistant and then switch it up as you want. Okay. So in here you can type your message and test it. Because I don't have any credit, so I cannot test it in this testing account. So I'm going to switch here, and I'm going to test it here. Test in playground. Okay, how to apply for WhatsApp, something like that. Okay, and then in here it will give you all the information, whether it is running, how it is running, what kind of prompt it is using, or what kind of instruction they're using to create the answer. Okay, so in here, finally it creates the answer. So in here you can already, without connecting to WhatsApp, you know how to test it already. And it's very important to test your GPT before you test it on WhatsApp, okay? To make sure everything is replied correctly. Okay? So now I have given you a brief walkthrough of how you can train your assistant, a little bit of tips on the instruction, the word limits, the costs, things that you need to be aware of, like the models. I'm going to explain how you can connect the assistant you have trained to Wastel very easily. Okay, so you log into your Wastel account, go to the marketplace, where there's something called the chatbot template gallery. Okay. So in here, you have the chatbot with GPT assistant. So what you do is you just click install your template, choose the organization you want to install to, click confirm, and then here is the more complicated part. You need two IDs so that I know, okay, which assistant I want to install to your WhatsApp. API key, where do you get it? API key, you get it again inside the open platform.openai.com. You go to the API keys. We are going to delete it after the webinar, so you cannot just use it. But even if you use it, it doesn't have any credit. But in here, you can create new secret key. So let's say this is Wallstyle Workshop. This is a name. Create secret key. Copy the key. Go here. Paste it. Okay, so this is the first part. Second part, I need the assistant ID. Where's the assistant ID? Go to the assistant that I've just created. Click on it. Under the name, you have the ID of the assistant. So this is to indicate which assistant I want to install. Paste it. Agree to the terms of use. Click install. Awesome. Then you have installed it. However, you need to connect your assistant to the specific channels that you have. So we have WhatsApp, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have our demo account. Which one you want to install? So I choose the channel. I click connect. Now I go to the Wallstyle platform, and if I go to the chatbot settings, I have installed the OpenAPI Assistant chatbot template. And everything it runs will be run on the knowledge that you have created with the PDF, the instruction that you have created here, and I will just answer the questions like a charm. Okay. So this is basically how you can import and how you can make use of the GPT. Okay. So now I have covered how to use the playground. Just a quick recap. The most important part is you need to be aware of the cost, which is 0.002 for 3.5, Turbo GPT, 0.002 US dollars per 1,000 token for Turbo GPT 3.5. For GPT-4, it is around 0.04 US dollars, so it's a little bit expensive, okay, for GPT-4, but at least it can recover or retrieve the file, and it can limit your GPT to only answer questions about your company. Okay, and just a quick recap: you need to test it in the playground. You need to test it in the ChatGPT or test it on the WhatsApp. Okay, so there are 3 ways for you to test it. Okay, yeah. So measuring the performance in our Wallstyle platform, I just showed you here. You can upload all the feedbacks into a data source, but at the same time, we also have the dashboard where we record all the data of a specific. Okay, so in this demo account, I don't have any data, so it's 0. But basically, we can record all kinds of data and put it in the dashboard so that you can see it easily. Okay. Okay, perfect. So obviously, you need to also have a routine on how you want to measure and optimize your KPIs. So you should always have your own business KPIs. You need to analyze it whether the assistant is helping you to achieve this KPI, or it is not helpful at all, then you need to consider doing a review. Training AI is a cycle, so it always requires feedback by humans. It's not just a self-training tool. So you need to put some effort to refresh the knowledge and to do fixing. Fortunately, our platform is easy for you to maintain and manage your GPT, uh, and also uh, you have all the data analytics you have access to make improvements. Okay, so this is the end of the workshop. I hope you uh, have been able to find it useful. And I'm going to run some poll here, like whether okay, if you want to know more information how to implement it, uh, you can always start for free in Wallstyle. You can start for free, test it out, or you can subscribe to our plans. We will assign a key account manager for you, help you to answer all the questions, help you to install quickly the GPT, teach you how to use it, how to apply it to your business. Yeah, so if you guys have any question, please shoot away. I'm more than happy to answer you. Okay. We are going to upload the recording on our social media and also YouTube. So you will get the recording, so no worries. We will also have an ebook. So everything I have been covered in this workshop, you will be able to read it. Okay. So since there are not much questions, I'm going to end the webinar here. So wait a second. Okay, you have questions from someone. Okay, so to provide some guidelines regarding the in-app form. Okay, so oh, you mean the WhatsApp flow? Okay, the WhatsApp flow. In terms of how to set it up, it's quite easy and straightforward. We do have our documentation on how to create a WhatsApp flow. I'm going to share it to you on the chat. A moment, please. Where did it go? Okay, it's here. Let me reply to you. So this is the WhatsApp flow. So I guess you are talking about this WhatsApp flow. It opens the form where you can fill in the emails, phone, and name, or select multiple choice answer. So I've sent you the guide here, so you can see how you can create the WhatsApp flow. So for now, this is a good question. So you are asking, okay, I have an FAQ built inside the website. How do I train the ChatGPT using the information in the website instead of PDF? Unfortunately, right now, the assistant does not have retrieval from the website. Okay, this assistant only has the ability to retrieve data from the PDF. So you would need to convert the information from your website to a PDF and then upload here. So yeah, training the assistant certainly takes a little bit of time. Uh, in the coming future, in our product roadmap, we are going to have our own assistant where it can retrieve data from the website too. Okay, but it will be in our roadmap, and also obviously, I believe in ChatGPT they are going to have this function in the near future. So when it is released, we will let you know. But meanwhile, PDF is more than enough. Uh, it just requires just a slightly little bit more of work. Yeah. So yeah, so I guess there's no other questions. I am going to end the webinar here. Thank you very much for joining. Uh, and yeah, so have a very nice day. Thank you.